Hi guys, this is Maha, your English language teacher, IELTS trainer, and self-pip instructor. Welcome to the channel live. I'm doing well. I'm getting a call. Hello. Hello. Yes, I'm good. How are you? Alhamdulillah. Yes. I don't know. Where are you right now? No, I cannot leave before maybe 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. Or give it to Fatma. It's okay. Because I have things to do and then I will be kind of like stuck somewhere. So give it to Fatma. Okay. And then we'll see. I can't. No, I cannot leave. I have things happening that I have to look after. So I can't give an exact time. That's the problem. Yeah, yeah, better. It's easier for you, right? Okay. All right. Okay, bye. Hmm. If you can come, that would be great. If no, then it's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because I don't know what time I'm gonna leave, to do the car wash. I usually go after 6, but then it's if I have it, then I plan something else in between and I go. Okay, no worries. Whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, bye. Alrighty. Bye. Okay, sorry guys, I had a phone call and I guess you heard me speak. Let me see. Let me share this on my page as well. So if there's anybody here, you can join by clicking on the link that I've already pasted. Let's see, it is live. Okay, these guys don't stop calling me. So everyone wants to call me right now. It says I'm live on my YouTube, but it doesn't show me that I'm live on my YouTube. So let me just go to my YouTube right now and see what's happening. So just bear with me. Okay, it is live. Copy link. All right, let me just copy the link and then I'm going to paste this on my Facebook page. And then hopefully we can have some people coming in and chit-chatting. Okay, great, perfect. So I hope you guys are doing well. And I do see people have joined. If you can write in the comments and tell me where you're from, what city you're watching me from, that would be great. And please join me and we can have a quick chit chat about maybe the weather, maybe about your day, your daily habits, education, whatever it may be that you want to talk about, we can. So do join this live. And I'm going to copy the link as well over here so that if anybody joins me from the Facebook, they're also able to hop onto a call with me. Okay, so edit the post. There you go. Okay, so everything is in the right place. Now I want to also see if I can copy this link and let me go to a page where I know a lot of people are always looking to learn English. And let's see if anybody joins me from that page or that group. There you go. So I have invited people to join. Hopefully they can. I do realize that it's pretty late in Pakistan and, on that side of the world, but it is evening in the UK and in Europe. So if anybody wants to join from there, you can as well. There are so many things. Today I was talking to a student and they said that they were once told, or they read a research, or they heard somebody speak. And that person was saying that if you are learning English, then you should only try to communicate in English and force yourself to understand the language. I know a lot of people say that, but I personally have an issue with that. As an adult, we already have a language, right? Okay, that person also mentioned that when you're learning a new language, so pretend that your brain is like that of a child. And to me, that is a little, or my understanding of that and my experience says no to that, because we're adults, we're not kids. And kids don't have a language already, right? So when you are teaching kids, they're absorbing the language that you're giving them. But as an adult, you already have a language and you're adding on another one. So for me, I always ask my students, and I promote the fact and I encourage them to use translation. So if they hear something in English and they don't understand, don't stress and don't pressurize yourselves. But it's okay to translate, because once you get into the habit of translating, your brain will automatically start understanding everything that you have previously translated, and then help you speak, understand, read, write, and listen to the foreign language that you're trying to learn. So this is my understanding, and I have obviously taught so many people in the last 15, 20 years that I've been teaching, and it has always worked. I do not discourage my students to force themselves to only understand English. If they can, they can't. They eventually will. And that's how we learn. That's how our brains are. We will eventually learn. So don't get stuck on the idea that, okay, you know what, I have to speak only in English to be able to become a master. No. So that's one thing that I wanted to say, because it was just a very fresh idea that came forward. I obviously get questioned on it a lot of times by the students, and this is always my response. It's okay. Once you gain the confidence in English, then yes, stop translating. So I'm not saying translate forever, but gain that confidence first. So have that basic understanding first, and then move on to being more independent in the language and the usage of the language. So yes, that's it. If you have not followed English O Canada, the YouTube channel, please do so, because now I am starting to post more regular content because I have more time on my hands. So I'm starting to I'm starting to post more content. So there is always like a couple of shorts that I post every day, or a long video. So I would really appreciate if you could spend some time on the English O Canada YouTube channel as well, so that you can learn, and then do comment below and tell me how the video was, how the short was, or the long video, and tell me what kind of videos you'd like to watch. So once I have an idea of what my viewers want to watch, it then becomes easier for me to create content, which is going to be beneficial to you guys. So do that. And yeah. What else can I say? Okay, so I know there has been a lot of changes in the IELTS exam, and a lot of people ask me, because I do teach IELTS and CELPIP, and a lot of people ask me why IELTS and why CELPIP. So what is the reason, or which exam should we choose if you wanted to, if you had a choice, right? Now, CELPIP is purely Canadian. I know it is available in other countries as well. So if you're coming to Canada, then CELPIP is your key. exam to give. But if you are going elsewhere in the world, then stick with IELTS. Even if you're coming to Canada and you're not comfortable with CELPIP yet, then go for IELTS. The major difference between IELTS and CELPIP is that CELPIP being Canadian, so everything that you hear, like listen to in the listening, is a Canadian accent. So you're not going to have a mix of different accents, and it becomes easier for people who are living in Canada to give an to give a CELPIP exam, because then they're listening to the accents that they hear in their environment. Whereas if you are in a different part of the world, you are used to listening to people with different accents, then IELTS is going to be more comfortable for you. Canadian accent is not that difficult. It's a pretty easy accent to understand, so everybody can comprehend what they're hearing, and then but it's just the content of that exam is very Canadian as well. So it's not international; it's very Canadian. They will give you problems that are very Canadian. So even their writing is very Canadian, with situations that we face here on a daily basis. So if you're not used to Canada and you don't know anything about Canada, then I wouldn't suggest you to take CELPIP unless and until you actually take some training to understand how the system works here, how the culture works here, how the work environment is, how people speak to each other, and how people correspond via emails with each other, because that's something that is looked at when the exam is being marked. CELPIP on the other, sorry, IELTS on the other side. Let me just take out that document, because I had prepared a document about this, if I can find it. Okay. I closed all my tabs, and I think I might have lost it, but I will try to find it as we speak. Okay, you're here. No, it's not here. Okay, I think I might have found it. No, I lost it. So that's what happens when you don't save. Yeah, so I lost that information. That's okay. I will probably end up making another video once I have my content ready, but I'm only here to chit chat today. So let's chit chat. Let me tell you about the weather. Okay, so in Canada, in most part of the country, it's been really bad. We've had crazy snow, and I'm sure people who are now, scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, whatever it is, you might have seen the chaos that the winter has created. The snow is just mind blowing. We've had, I think, up to the maximum I think we've had is about 35 to 40 centimeters of snow. And everything is just buried under the snow. It's insane. And we have also run out of salt to melt the snow. So that's another problem that we're facing here, that we just don't have salt. So there's nothing we can do about it. I think over about 200 or 400 accidents have been reported. Yesterday, a car flew off the bridge, and I think the person was injured. He survived, I believe. I'll have to double check. But yeah, 2 cars actually flew off a bridge here in my region. So we've had some, crazy moments as well. I went out driving a couple of days. I had to go get some groceries, and I was avoiding getting in the car and driving around because the weather was so bad. But I had to go get naan bread. And just between the main street and the roundabout that I was supposed to take a left from, I myself saw four cars get into an accident. And one was like a big accident. The other three, the cars just kind of like slipped on the ice and just went around the other way. But yeah, there's been a lot of craziness that has been happening recently here in most parts of Canada. There are, of course, some areas that are very sunny and people are just enjoying, the regular sun and warm, not warm temperatures, but like not cold temperatures. So they've been enjoying themselves, whereas we in Ontario have just been struggling with even stepping out of the house at times because it's just so much snow, and that comes all the way up to your knees, or even up to your waist, and people have been going crazy. So, what I like about Canada, to be honest, is people enjoy the different weathers that we are faced with over here. So, if it's extreme snow, you will see people skiing. And they will be just enjoying the snowfall, the getting stuck in the houses, or whatever it may be, and making all these ice creams and cold drinks and whatever comes to their mind in the snow. I've seen people go out without any shoes, so bare feet, also in the snow. It's funny, and at the same time, it's really good to see that people enjoy every single season, every single day that nature brings for you, without complaining and whining and feeling like, oh my god, what is this? So there's no oh my god, what is this? It's, oh yes, what are we going to do now? So it's a lot of fun. I could show you outside right now, but I'll have to walk to the window. So maybe next time. Now, if you want to see the snow outside, do drop me a comment whenever you're watching this video, and I will show you some snow, like crazy snow. The temperatures dropped to minus 18, and it felt like a minus 37-ish. So I remember going out in that temperature, and my fingers froze in this, like this. Um, so it's been bad. And yeah, that's about it. I don't think anyone's going to join me, but I can keep talking. So, what do I talk about? That's the next question. What shall I talk about? I can talk about life in Canada. I can talk about life in other countries because I have lived in Dubai as well. So, Dubai, of course, is a city, not a country. But, living in the Middle East, I can talk about language learning. I can talk about children's education. I can talk about grocery shopping, healthy living. I can talk about skincare, hair care. By the way, I cut my hair myself at home. So I hope you guys like it. And I can talk about the recipes, the different foods that I make. Excuse me. I can talk about social media. Okay, so maybe let's talk about social media and what social media has done to people. That's a very popular topic with the IELTS as well. That do you think that people have become more social? There are some people who think that ever since the social media came into existence, or now that everybody has access to social media, do you think people have become more social or less social? I personally feel that it's great to have technology. It's definitely great to have technology, but people have become less social because now they're used to being behind, the phone screen all the time. People like me who are okay being in front of the camera can be both in between social and non-social. But then I've noticed that most people just prefer being behind the screen than actually going out and meeting friends and family. And I think this change happened during COVID. So 2019, 2020, especially, that's when the major changes happened in our lifestyles, in our thinking processes, in our mindsets, in our social life, in our health, both physical and mental. So all those things kind of got changed because that's how it was designed to be. I do like controversies and, well, not really controversies, but conspiracy theories. So I'm a big believer of those. And I feel that this was created for us to be in a shell. So there's less people outside. And then AI takes over. And then, people lose their jobs and then they start working remotely from home. That definitely moves to them losing their mental health and their physical health as well. So more and more people now stay indoors. Like I know so many people personally who do not go grocery shopping anymore because they have an app, or it's easier and more convenient for them to order online because they think like who's going to go outside. Now who's going to go outside is because they have social anxiety. And the reason why they have social anxiety is because they've been used to being behind the screen. Now, being behind the screen can be good and can be bad. In my eyes, it is more bad than good, because when you're behind the screen, psychologically, you know no one's watching you. And we as humans tend to say a lot of things that we should not be saying, because no one's going to catch us, no one's going to know our face, and we can always have a different ID, we can have a nickname, and we can, be somebody, whoever we want to be. And I see a lot of negativity that has taken over the whole social media scene, because people can, or they think they can, say whatever they want to whoever is on screen in front of them. So I get like, 1,000,001 negative comments sometimes because people don't like the way I speak, or they're not enjoying what I'm saying, or I'm not entertaining enough, or I'm not talking negative. So you'll notice that every time you speak something positive on the internet, people will come and bash you for no reason at all, just because they want to. And we always have to think that, okay, do you want to be that ugly person who says bad things, or do you want to be that beautiful person who says good things? So the choice is always yours. What else has social media done? Social media has also assisted people in gaining weight. So because we're always constantly sitting at a table, or we're on the bed, on the couch, we're usually sitting and laying down when we're on our social media, and that is the reason why some people have this, like a double chin. So I'm getting a double chin too, because I'm constantly at night scrolling through my TikToks and Instagram. That's not nice. So I need to fix this because it doesn't look too good. But that's what social media has done. A lot of people are now, I've noticed, they're always, leaning forward, or they're bent forward because their posture has changed as well. And I'm wondering what's going to happen to the coming generation. So the younger kids who are going to grow older, get married, and have kids, they're going to have hunchbacks. And it's going to be terrible. What else? So, yeah, these are quite a few things that I've mentioned. Our eating habits have changed as well. Of course, we're constantly focusing on what we're watching on social media and eating. So we're not really focusing on the food that we're consuming, but we're too busy listening to something while we're eating, which is not a good habit. Um, Social media does have some positives as well, that now we feel that it's easier to learn languages, it's easier to understand different cultures, it's easier to meet new people, make new friends, and it's easier now to communicate with people that are on the other side of the world. Like 20 years ago, when there was no WhatsApp, or not everybody had WhatsApp, and we were paying for our incoming calls and outgoing calls. And it used to be very expensive to make calls to our friends and family in other parts of the world. Now it's much easier because you can just directly call them on WhatsApp, and you're not paying any extra cent for that call. And you can receive calls, make video calls. So I think social media has also brought people together a lot, especially family members. So people who live in different parts of the world, family members who live in different parts of the world, now they have their WhatsApp groups, or they have their Botum groups, or Facebook Messenger groups, whatever it is. Most people are on WhatsApp actually. And, they're in constant touch with their siblings, their parents, their cousins, their uncles and their aunts, and whoever they want to be in touch with. And also, it has now become easier to keep in touch with people, or find people that you haven't met in like 20 years or 30 years, because everybody seems to have some sort of like an online presence. So now that people have an online presence, like maybe I find somebody that I went to school with, 30 years ago. So it's easier now to find people that or friends that you have lost touch with. Education is another positive aspect because there's a lot of online learning that happens on social media and regular internet as well, where people can learn different languages, different courses. They're able to connect with tutors from across the globe, any part of the world that they want to. There are so many websites where tutors are available at a very low cost, and some are high, of course, but they're available. And you could, let's say you were a grade 10 student and you're struggling with math. So you don't have to find a teacher in the neighborhood. You can just go on the internet online and, find yourself a tutor, make the payment, and have your class done. Now, having said that, all the good stuff about connecting with people on social media, the negative aspect of that is once you connect with people on social media with random strangers that you have no idea, you are very open to scams. You're open to being bullied, threatened, or any other negative or criminal activities that come with it. For instance, if your ID is open and people know your location, they know where you live, they know what you do, they know all your family members, and they know everything about you. And it becomes very easy for them to harass you in any which way that they want. Now, if you've done something bad in your childhood or in your youth, then definitely you don't want to be on social media because you will be found. Also, there's a lot of scammers. I mean, we've always had scammers, so it's not something new, but now it's becoming worse because people will send you links via email, or now they would also send you images on your WhatsApp. And if you click on it, a virus downloads, and that's it. All your data is gone. All your important banking information is gone, and a lot of things they will take over. So you have to be very careful when using and managing social media. And I always tell people, if you have skeletons in your closet, don't get on social media because you will be found and you'll be in trouble. So you got to be very careful. And even if you don't have skeletons and you have a lot of money in your bank, make sure you're not always connected, because once you're always connected, then you are open to people with a criminal mindset. So yes, that's about it. I think I will end this session because I've been on for some time, and I hope you guys get to watch this video afterwards. Now, whatever I have said, I hope you've understood, and this can be put together as an IELTS essay. I've given you some main ideas and I've explained them further as well. It would be great to see my viewers actually write me an essay about, how has technology or social media impacted the society. So write me a small essay and I would love to read it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And do let me know whenever you watch this video, what region you're watching me from, what city, what country, and what time zone you're in. So I can plan my live sessions according to different timings where people are actually awake and would join in for a chit chat. And do let me know if you would be interested in a chit chat where we can pick up a topic and just talk about it. All right, thank you so much for watching once again. And don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and share the English for Canada on Facebook, English for Canada on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok, Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat, but I am on LinkedIn. So see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.